Hey everybody, welcome to my desk. Happy Sunday. Hope you had a nice relaxing weekend. Maybe you watched the Super Bowl tonight with the other 100 million Americans that did just that and that your favorite team won. But if you're in Madison, as we discovered today, maybe the reason you were watching the game was actually just the Super Bowl commercials. You know, they're pretty popular, pretty fun to watch, some pretty funny ones and some pretty serious ones too. And so today the folks here at Channel 3 that run the place said, hey David, we got this idea. We want you to go talk about Super Bowl commercials because in this economy, they still cost $3 million, the most expensive Super Bowl commercials have ever been, just for 30 seconds of ad time. Last year, the high was $2.7 million, so up $0.3 million in one of the worst economic years we've had in a long time. Are these ads worth it? Do they work? And how have they changed because of the economy? So we set out to find some experts, and one of our News 3 producers put out some feelers for us to kind of help out. Crystal Webb, she caught up with this great guy, Irving Chung, at a local ad firm, and he is a big-time ad guy because Irving is partially responsible for the Got Milk campaign. You've heard of that, right? Got Milk, you probably haven't forgotten, as well as a lot of major other advertisements. He's done Coke ads for the Super Bowl, actually back during 1991 when the Gulf War was happening, and they had a lot of concerns to handle with that because they didn't know whether they could be funny or needed to be sensitive to that or be patriotic, and he said they struck a balance. So we asked Irving what we could expect this year in the Super Bowl in terms of advertising, and this is him in his office, and here's what he had to say, bottom line.
So we're still going to see a lot of big advertising like we're used to seeing, but there's definitely going to be some brands that aren't there. FedEx dropped out, General Motors dropped out, but the commercials still sell for $3 million. So they still broke records. Last year, the highest spot was sold for $2.7 million. So even though the economy is going to impact the Super Bowl, it's not going to do so in a dramatic way where we're still not going to have the big Super Bowl that we're used to having.
So that's what Irving has to say, part of it anyway, and another huge part of what he has to say is the massive online component we were going to see this year, and it's so true. So I just want to go right now to Monster.com, which was a big advertiser tonight, and part of the reason Monster is particularly interesting is because right now with so many people out of work, they're sort of an advertiser where people don't have money to spend, but someone might really legitimately consider spending money with them. So here on Monster.com, they have all kinds of things that tie into the ads they did tonight. And it really begins on their website with this whole service. It's all about you. We've created a whole new set of tools to serve you better. And that's a big advertiser tonight that was particularly successful. Also, I want to go to Hyundai's website, where I believe they have sort of a more direct tie-in with their ad online this evening. And their big thing this evening was talking about their protection program for payment. So if you lose your job and you still need to make payments on the car, you're not going to go into default. It's a kind of insurance you can buy when you purchase a car, and it's the focus of their advertising. So the economy did trickle into Super Bowl ads this evening, and it would seem the Hyundai Motors website, if you can tell down here, is getting a lot of traffic tonight because it's having some trouble loading. So maybe some other time we'll pull it up for you, or you can check it out yourself later. But a lot of really interesting things and trends happening in advertising. Well, you know, sometimes the best laid plan is just set the camera down. That falls right down on you. But it seems the economy is beginning to affect some things in a small way at the big corporate world. One lady we did talk to tonight said she might have some issues buying from a company that spent $3 million plus on an ad. They just laid off a lot of people or announced that. Sprint was a big advertiser tonight during the Super Bowl and is always a big advertiser for the NFL on NBC, the network that aired the Super Bowl this evening. And they just this last week announced they were going to lay off 8,000 people. So sort of some sensitivity issues there that could be interesting to see how they play out. But Irving says he really thinks advertisers will be successful with this year's ads. That's sort of the gist on this Sunday night. What did you think about the Super Bowl ads? What was your favorite ad? How about you just go ahead and share your thoughts in the comments box below this on here on the blog, and let me know what you're thinking. Also curious about some things going on, some economic trends locally, maybe how you're feeling the economy affecting your job in particular. I know there's some ways that in our business we notice that things are a little different because there's less money flowing through than we might like to see. That's the case for just about every business. So what do you see in your particular job, whether you carry the mail or work in a school or maybe work at a car dealership or even work in a doctor's office? Are there things you're seeing that allow you to know that people are doing more with less, or in some cases less with less? Let me know in the comment section, and hope to talk to you soon. Thanks for watching tonight. See you guys on TV.